You look like you're wearing your little sister sweater.
This is wait, Snapchat video.
It's very
That
nice.
was a picture. Yes. Christmas card photo right here.
Courtney, I missed all of that.
Why is it so broken?
It's just bent. We're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. This is why I'm in chorus, because I can sing.
I'm in the Christmas spirit.
Me too.
Have a holly jolly
Anyone who
Hanukkah.
tries to break
Have a
my
holly
Christmas
jolly
spirit,
Hanukkah.
I'm gonna get my sharpened candy cane.
What's your
and stab
final
him in
words?
the eye.
That's not too good.
Hi.
Said, "Bill, I think this is just a city boy. Born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in the night. Yeah, no. Why am I doing this? Why am I failing? I don't know.
Hey guys, so I never officially started the vlog, and I never continued the vlog from school. I just kind of like started filming stuff while I was at school. Ew, my eye looked weird when I did that, but whatever. I just like filmed some stuff while I was at school, and then I never like said anything when I got home. So yeah, this is kind of like my unofficial start end to the vlog. But yeah, so basically it's 11:46 right now, and you might be like, Karina, did you sleep for another 7 hours? And no, I did not. What actually happened was first of all, I woke up really late. I didn't even get to school till 8, and my school starts at 7:30, and so I was in a total rush, which is why I didn't start the video. And I've been really lazy lately, and so I've been wearing black leggings and some kind of like shirt this past week because I've like basically given up because it's the holidays, and it's felt like Thursday literally since last Friday. And so yeah, and then I realized it was only Wednesday and I got really sad. But so yesterday, I don't know if I showed you or not because I was again in a rush. I've been in a rush a lot lately because I've been sleeping really late and then waking up in the middle of the night and then doing stuff until like 4 or 5 in the morning. Around 6 in the morning in my case last night. Yeah, so I've been wearing black leggings a lot, and then yesterday I wore a t-shirt, I think I did show you this, that said, I let them think what they want, and it was a white t-shirt, and then I had a flannel wrapped around my waist, and then I just wore my NYX, like, crew cut socks, and then my polo sneakers, and then I literally had my hair in a half up, half down ponytail. Today it was a half up, half down bun. I wore black leggings again, I wore my Sperry's, and I wore an oversized red soccer hoodie. And it was my friend Sarah's hoodie, the one I wore for my SAT, and I'm pretty sure I wore my Beacon Hills one for my ACT. I wore it for my SAT. It's just really comfy, so I wore that again. Yeah. I've been cleaning my cartilage. I've been really good about it, and I'm proud of myself. They told me to clean it 3 times a day, though, but I told them I was like, I'm a really busy person, and they were like, hey, you could kind of cut away with cleaning it twice a day. So yeah, but I've been really good about cleaning it twice a day, so yeah. And I've been like twisting it and stuff to make sure it's clean and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I love it. What else? Oh, I've been really productive lately. So I got home and I ate a snack, and then I watched the rest of Vanderpump Rules because it's taken me 3 days to watch an hour-long episode of Vanderpump Rules, because it's like I start watching it and then I fall asleep, and I start watching it and then I fall asleep, or like I start watching it and then I get really busy with work, so I pause it and then I end up never finishing it. And so today I finally finished it, and then I watched the 2-hour season finale of Finding Carter, and it was so intense and so good, and I loved it so much. And if you don't watch Finding Carter, I don't know what you're doing with your life, and you need to go online right now and find it because it's so good. yeah, so I watched the 2-hour season finale of that, and I actually stayed up for the whole thing, and I was proud of myself. But also too, like, it was so good, I could not take my eyes off of it. And then what else did I do? Oh, after that, I did take a nap. And then I took like a 2-hour nap, and then I woke up, I ate dinner. We had chicken tenders and potato wedges that we got from the Publix deli. We eat that a lot. And then I've literally spent the past like almost 4 to 5 hours, like 4 hours. I've spent the past 4 hours just like with my parents, trying to sort out details for college and stuff like that. I needed my mom to submit like a little authorization saying that she knew I was applying to NYU early decision 2, because they need like parent authorization for that because it is binding. So she signed that, and then I did a whole bunch of work for my other stuff. I did a lot of printing that I've been pushing off the past few days because of the fact that I haven't had time, and I'm sorry that my eye's like really weird when I do that, but there's something in my eye and I can't get it out. But yeah, so I did a lot of printing and stuff like that, which I'll show you. But like I was talking to my parents and like trying to sort stuff out because I needed to book audition dates for different colleges. So I booked my audition date for Fordham, and I had booked my audition date for AADA, which is the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. So I booked those 2 audition dates. One's in Miami in February, and then one's in New York in January. And then I was talking to my parents about other colleges, because other colleges I'm applying to have auditions in New York in January. So we were talking about me going for a week to New York, so because they're like all on weekends, and so but I can't go back like 3 weekends in a row to New York and then like come back for the week for school and then go to New York for the weekend and then go for a week to school and then go back to New York for a weekend, and then so it's like I can't do that. And it's literally like I would leave, I have my last exam Friday morning, and then I would probably leave Friday afternoon or Friday evening, and then Sunday I would have one audition, and then I have nothing for an entire week. Like Monday through Friday is nothing, but then Saturday, Sunday I would have auditions for colleges, which would be my Fordham auditions, my PACE auditions, things like that, NYU. So yeah, that's why we were talking about me going. So we were trying to sort out details, look up flight information. We were seeing how much it's gonna be for me to apply to all these colleges, because I don't, like, my family doesn't, what is the words? Oh my gosh. My family doesn't qualify for any like fee waivers or things like that. Like there's some schools I get fee waivers for just because I'm like a priority applicant or like a VIP applicant or whatever the specific school calls it. So basically, like for some schools I don't have to pay applications fees, but for a lot of them, like especially all the ones on Common App, I do, because my family doesn't qualify for fee waivers, which is a blessing and a curse, because it's like a blessing because it means that like obviously like financially we're not like in a bad place, but obviously it's a curse because then like I never qualify for a lot of things when it comes to like financial aid and things like that, which sucks because obviously like we're in the middle, so it's like we're in a good place, but we're not like where we have like a whole bunch of money that we can just drop it for all this stuff. So it's like right now we are going over like what schools am I applying to, because I'm applying to a lot of schools, so we're like going over what schools I'm actually submitting applications for so that we can see like what the application fees are gonna look like, because it's a lot and we're not gonna really have much time to do that before my applications are due, because like most of my applications are due January 1st or January 15th, and then I think there's like 1 or 2 that are due January 4th. And so we won't have much time to talk about it within the next week, because tomorrow I have my holiday show for theater, and so I'll be doing that until like probably 8 or 9, and then work on college stuff again until like probably like 2, and then go to school. And then Friday I'm working 2 shows. There's these preschoolers that are coming in and they're having their holiday show, so I'm working both holiday shows Friday night, so that they have someone who can work sound and music and stuff like that and lights. So I'm gonna do that, and they're paying me to do that. So they were like, hey, you want to make money? And I was like, yeah. And so both shows are gonna pay me. So I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work to do both shows, especially by myself, but I was like, I'm getting paid for both and I don't have to split the money with anyone. Whereas if I did work with someone else and someone else did like the shows with me, then I would obviously have to split the money, and like I obviously need the money for like holiday gifts and things like that, and application fees. So yeah, so I'm working Friday, and then Saturday I leave at 12:30, and I'm really excited about this. I'm sad because I won't be able to vlog backstage of Disney because we can't even have our phones backstage of Disney. And I'll tell you why. Like, okay, first of all, I'm performing in the Epcot Candlelight Processional, which is their holiday like Christmas show. And so basically I'm singing in the choir. My whole high school is, well, not my whole high school, my choir department is, and we auditioned individually within the choir, and then after that they chose people from the choir to audition together as an entire group, and our school group was chosen to go perform. So there will be other schools there, but we'll be singing at Disney World inside of Epcot with professional people in that work for Disney as choir members. So they're professional singers. And then we actually have Dr. Bailey from Grey's Anatomy as our narrator, and so she's going to be reading the Christmas story. So it's like she reads part of the story and then we sing a song, and then she reads part of the story, we sing a song, and it all like goes through the story of Christmas. And so it's like a huge honor that we even get to do this. So I'm really excited about it. We've done it 4 years in a row, at least all 4 years that I've been here. I didn't go last year, but I went freshman year and sophomore year, and I'm going this year, so I'm really excited. But I can't vlog back there because of the fact that we do have a professional performers be a celebrity. And obviously we want to respect like her privacy. And see also, because it's like the back lot of Disney, so it's like Disney's like, when you go to Disney you think like pretty and magical and stuff like that, and that's like the whole industrial side of it. It's not pretty or magical back there, it's just like a holding area for like backstage. So like if you go backstage in most places, it's not pretty, so it's like they want to keep up like the pretty magical Disney, and they don't want it to be like, this is the background. So I can't vlog while I'm backstage because I won't even have my phone backstage. They collect them before we get off the buses. But as soon as I'm done with my performance and I'm walking around the park, I can vlog for you guys. So I won't have a lot going on Friday afternoon because I will be at Epcot. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. And then Saturday or Sunday, all my family's coming in. Somewhere this weekend, all my family's coming in. And so, like, obviously then once my family starts coming in, I won't have much time alone with my parents to talk about different, like, planning and things like that in college. And then before you know it, all my family's still going to be here, and it's going to be January 1st, and all of my applications are going to be due except for like a few that are due on the 15th. So now is the only time I could talk about it with them, and I'm sorry I just rambled, but it was like all pointing back to things. So yeah, we were talking about like what schools I'm applying to, how much application fees are, things like that. They told me like they want me to apply to Florida schools too. They want me to apply to 2 of them. So we were talking about like what schools for me to apply to, because obviously I don't want to go to a Florida school, but if that's what I have to do, then that's what I'm gonna do. As far as applications go, because obviously NYU is my first choice. But yes, we're like doing all the big like college talk that's like really tiring and annoying, but we have to do it eventually, so yeah. But I did get a lot of stuff done, so I'll show you. So since my parents now want me to apply to a Florida school, I'm applying to Florida State University, and then I put in on the Common App an application for UMiami, and I think they want me to apply to FIU too, so I might apply to FIU as well. And then I have this. Do you remember this? I made this the other day. It's the Almighty College to-do list. I finally printed it out, which was the first thing on my to-do list. So yeah, I'm gonna like make the checks prettier. And I decided not to apply to Boston College or Boston University, per my parents' request. So I just crossed out that stuff on the to-do list. Here's like a list of schools I'm applying to. FIU's not on here, but these are all the other ones. Like that NYU, Brown, Columbia, USC, Pace, CUNY, Macaulay Honors, which is CUNY Brooklyn College, AMDA, Marymount Manhattan, AADA, LIU Brooklyn, Fordham, UMiami, FSU, Hofstra. And I'm applying to a lot of schools because of the fact that like my grades aren't that fantastic, so like I want to have options, but also B, because a lot of schools that I'm applying to are like bigger schools, and I also need like schools, like I have a lot of dream schools, but I don't know how probable it's going to be with my GPA, so that's why I have other ones too that are like a little more realistic, but then like also I have the ones that are like never give up on your dreams either, so yeah. And then I have my student activity resume, which basically is like my name, my GPA, my class rank, my SAT scores, my ACT scores. I'm waiting for results. What school I'm applying to, what the purpose of this letter of recommendation is. Basically, I'm gonna give these to other people I'm asking to write me letters of recommendation, and if they're willing to, I'm gonna give them one of these little resumes. I printed out a few of them, and then it kind of helps them to be able to write the resume better, by giving them more information about what I've done for 4 years, so they're not kind of like just making stuff up, like, yeah, this is a good kid, whatever. So it tells them like what clubs I was in, if I was an officer in any club, if I had a leadership position in any club, what organizations I was in, if I did community service at all in high school, if I was on a sports team, if it was varsity or JV, if I was employed at all, anything that affects my grades, to show like why I might have not well grades, which I do have like some reasons, but I didn't put anything on there. Proudest accomplishments, which I talked about NYU, personal accomplishments, which would be working with the ESC kids, 5 words to describe me as a person, just things to help them out, see how I see myself, whatever, extracurricular activities that mean a lot to me, first in my family to graduate, my planning major, because obviously that's big when talking about schools, what are my career goals after college, if I've taken any honors, dual enrollment, or AP classes, which all except for one class I've taken are honors or AP, and then anything else that might help them write a letter, which would be like financial needs. Ooh, why'd my voice just crack like that? Financial needs, special circumstances, disabilities, family situations, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. So I am going through and I'm going to give these to each of the people that are willing to write my letters of recommendation, and I have 8 printed, so that's 7 recommenders, plus I have my guidance counselor. A lot of schools require a guidance counselor letter of recommendation, and so, or counselor recommendation, but my guidance counselor doesn't really know me because she's like new, so yeah, I wanted to make sure that she had all the information she needed to get to know me. And then I have a recommendation request from AMDA, and then personal reference request from AADA because they have a separate form for requests, and then a dramatic reference, which basically means that anyone that knows me performance-wise, like my director or one of my acting coaches or voice coaches or things like that, to evaluate me and then write a letter of reference. And then this is my old things to do list, but it's still kind of cute, so I kept it. Who to ask for recommendations, who could potentially write for the Common App, which means that they would really only have to fill out one for one college as long as they don't make it specific. I believe Karina would be good for Boston College because blah 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 blah. Because then obviously it wouldn't be good for me to use for other colleges, but then they can write a basic one and then I can just assign them to various colleges, of course with their permission. So these are the people I'm asking. And then these are non-common app, which means that they'd have to write obviously specific ones for each school, which means that then they would say like AADA or CUNY or Hofstra, or they would just keep it vague. Like, I believe she'd be a good part to this school community, and then they can just submit it through other ones. And then to my guidance counselor, transcript request forms, because my school's different and they want a separate form for my transcript request. The good thing is that most of my stuff is done through the Common App, so I don't have to do half of that stuff. They just submit it once and then I just assign it to all the schools. But when it comes to like other schools outside of the Common App, that's where it gets more complicated and annoying. But yeah, that's what I've done today, so that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna end the vlog there, and yeah, so this was it for Vlogmas Day 16. I love you guys, kisses, bye!